Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks Xbox 360 Edition. I am Knight in Phoenix. Today I am taking out the FV215b 183, otherwise known as the Deathstar. It is the British Tier 10 tank destroyer. I am in a platoon. Bong Hit Hero 420 is in his M53, M55 artillery. And Thirsty, Grey, and Kregar, they are all in the Deathstar as well.
Let's go.
The map is Erlenberg. It is an assault, and we are defending the base. So at this point, I assume everybody on the enemy team has pulled up the game roster and saw that there are 4 Deathstars on our team, and they probably all just went, "Aw, crap." And at the same time, they probably are all laughing. A platoon of Deathstars can dominate a game, or they can completely redefine what fail means. Anyway, since we are defending the flag, I'm going to take a what I'm going to consider it's a secondary defensive position. It's not front line. You can see Greyghost over there. That's more of a front line defensive position. Chances are real good because of where the enemy spawn is that they're going to come up on that hill on the east. Now we do see them on the map. The biggest problem trying to have a primary defensive position on the east side of that river, there's no cover. The best way I have found to actually defend that is to have your fast tanks push up onto that hill in the east. Keep the enemy from getting to the northern end of that hill. Now that's only going to work if you've got some friends who are going to be in the 8-9-0 lines who can actually back you up. If you can get to the northern tip of that hill and spot the enemy as they're coming from the south to the north, they will typically not push to the northern tip of that hill. Once they're on the northern tip and they can use the houses up there for cover, they're just going to shoot down on anybody who's sitting in the 7-8-9-0 lines. And like I said, there's no cover down there. You know, anybody who's sitting down there is just going to get picked apart pretty quick. So looking at the map, I can see we do have some friendlies on the 0 line there, but nobody pushed up on the hill to stop them. Now the enemy owns that hill. Worse yet, they own the northern part of that hill, and they're going to start shooting down at anything that they can see. You know, I've done that plenty of times, being on the defensive side, pushing up to the northern tip of that hill, keeping them from taking that position. And it's worked pretty well as long as I had somebody to back me up. If you don't have the backup, they just bum rush you. They know you're one guy sitting on that hill trying to hold it, and they all just swarm you, and in a couple of seconds you're dead. So we were just looking over to the left there at Greyghost. We saw he did take a shot. Actually, he is now out of the game. Enemy team took the hill. They're on the north. They're shooting down. We actually, at this point, because of what we have over there in the east, we have no hopes of holding that flank. So now it's going to come down to the secondary defensive line. You can see Bong there in our artillery realized what happened, and he's making a beeline out of there. Now we do have a tank destroyer, 2 heavies still on the eastern side of the river, so they're going to be able to slow these guys down, but from what I saw, the number of enemy who are up on that northern hill, they're going to be severely outnumbered. And the best thing for them to do, which the heavies have done, is get themselves into buildings and turn it into a small city brawl. At least they're not sitting out in the open where they're going to get shot right away. And then once this turns into a city brawl, there are some opportunities here for those of us who are sitting back in the secondary position. You know, there's actually even a third position here on the hill behind me. So we can see the T-32s there, the FOC 155, the enemy, he's going to come out behind from around that building and try and engage this E-100 or the T-32. Now obviously my advantage here, I'm not spotted. He doesn't know I'm sitting here. He doesn't know he's just about to get one-shotted from a Deathstar. 1,850 damage, and he is out of the game. So that worked out. If you can't keep them from taking that hill, you fall back into the town and let those of us, the tank destroyers who are sitting back supporting you guys, start taking pot shots at these guys when they make those kinds of mistakes. And again, I am still not detected, spotted. We have the enemy who are still pushing forward and exposing themselves. Now, I can't speak for the thoughts of any other players, but here's a mouse. I just put 1486 damage into the side of this guy. It's a tier 10 mouse. He's obviously played enough games to know that based on what's left on our team still alive, we're probably sitting back here on the hill waiting for you guys to show yourselves so we can kill you. I personally don't think I would have exposed myself at that point. And the T-28, I'm assuming we hit him in the tracks. We still did 600 and some damage on him, but it definitely was not a one shot. So, and this is one of the features of Erlenberg, whether by design or by accident. There's really only 2 places to cross that river. You've actually got like 4, but there's 2 in one area and 2 in another, where the team can just sit back here and watch those areas and pick off anybody who comes across. Now, what this Chaffee's doing? Yeah, I don't really care because I just one-shot him as well. So anyway, those are just some of my thoughts on this map and the way you need to try and play this type of assault if you're on the defending side. While I think we're holding the northern bridge across the river quite well, the southern bridge was not held at all, and we currently have the enemy up at the castle, behind the castle. So the game just changed. It's no longer we're going to sit back, wait for these guys to come across the bridge and pick them off as they do, which you can see we just did. It's not a hard thing to do, just to sit back and defend the 2 ways across that river. But the southern flank fell right off the bat. I don't know, I wasn't paying that much attention whether we were able to hold it or what happened there. But now I'm the only one left. There's an E100 coming at me. Feel reasonably confident nobody's going to be coming at me from the northeast, but now I got to deal with these guys. Alright, so there's the E100. While I would have loved to have waited for him to come across the ridge there, I took the shot that I could. Backing up a little bit, get down below the ridge so he can't shoot me again. You know what? Don't back up in Erlenberg unless you're looking in the direction you're going. Just don't do it. I assure you I had absolutely no intention of drowning myself, and I did everything I could at that moment to try and get myself just high enough so I wouldn't. I couldn't pull myself out. So Derpenberg strikes once again. Post-game stats, 7,300 profit. That's kind of nice on the Deathstar. 5,200 damage, 2 kills, 1,000 assisted, 400 blocked. Just over 2,400 XP. Bruiser come in second place. Again, 5,204 damage, 2 kills. That is the most damage on both teams there. So I think there was an op going on for that. So personally, we had a pretty okay game. We really needed to, our team really needed to have held that southern flank better, longer. I did what a Deathstar does. I got 2 one-shot kills. And then I put the thing in reverse. Didn't pay attention to where I was going, and you saw what happened. Alright, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate it if you would click the like button. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section below. If you haven't already subscribed, please feel free to do so. You'll get notifications of when I post new videos. And as always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.